Hello, it's Judith here with this week's video. And this week I'm talking about procrastination. And this is something I know really, really well and have done for most of my life. Over the years, have learned how to manage it, or at least how to know when the point is when you have to do it, i.e. not waiting till the deadline, but an amount of time before the deadline, which gives you the ability to do it and to do a decent job. So, why is it important and why am I talking about it? I'm talking about it because it's of its effect on your mental and your physical health. But let's talk about the other impacts as well. Excuse me. You build up a backlog of things to do. You're probably using time badly and wasting time. And as I say, if you're not careful, you hit a deadline and there's not enough time to do whatever it is you have to do. So you're missing deadlines. And you may be missing opportunities. You know, if you're not, and this applies to me as well, if you don't react or respond to something that comes in, you may miss a job opportunity, a promotion opportunity, an academic opportunity, or just a friendship opportunity, or a day out opportunity. Oh, I'd love to have gone to that, but you know, it was last Friday. So yeah, it can lead to missed opportunities, some more important than others. And as I said, it has a mental health effect. It will increase your stress and anxiety. You're putting yourself under enormous pressure. And believe me, I really understand that. And it just hangs like a weight on your back or a big black cloud around you. And you start getting cross with yourself, or at least I do, or you feel guilty about putting off work. You start beating yourself up because you're not doing things that you should be doing, and that affects your self-esteem and your confidence. And all of that leads to anxiety and possibly depression, and then possibly sleep problems. So you may be sleeping well through the exhaustion of the worry of it, but it will be going on in your mind while you're asleep and will cause you either to have poor quality sleep or to wake during the night, finding yourself worrying about it and then not being able to get back to sleep. And that, of course, just makes things worse. So it reduces your ability to do whatever you have to do well. It reduces your ability to manage your emotions, so you're likely to have a short fuse and get angry quite easily or burst into tears for no apparent reason. So if you keep doing it over the years, it can have a really long-term effect on your anxiety, on your view of yourself and the way you talk to yourself, but it can also lead to physical symptoms. So headaches, gut issues, immunity issues, weakens your immunity response, and all of that can cause poor health or major health problems, but also just makes the whole thing worse. The other thing is, often I find that people who procrastinate over decision making, and that can equally cause problems. So there's a lot at stake here, surprisingly, just for something that a lot of us laugh about or make life of. And the other thing that's at stake is professional and personal relationships. You know, if you are suffering all of the things I've just been talking about because of your procrastination, then you're not a nice person to live with. Your relationships may break down, whether they're, you know, partner relationships or friend relationships. Don't bother to invite her. She just never responds until the event is over. So you get isolated socially. Or maybe your stress and anxiety is causing you to isolate yourself. You're not seen as reliable. And this is really important, both in personal and professional relationships. So the effects are quite far-reaching, aren't they? So what can you do about them? If it's a big task, you know, it's an elephant, then don't do this with elephants, of course, but, you know, you don't eat an elephant in one hit, do you? You break it down, and you chunk the work down into smaller tasks. And it's good to set deadlines to those tasks. So if you've got something huge to do and deliver in 3 months' time, you don't wait until the day before to do something about it. You break it down into chunks and give yourself a time to finish each chunk. And then you will find out if it's taking you longer than you think. So you maybe have to allow more time for the activity. And you're in control of it. You're not doing it all in one go and putting yourself under pressure, but you are in control of it. Do prioritize. There's all sorts of techniques out there, and you can go find them online. But one of the things I suggest is that each day, at the end of that day, you make a note of the 3 things that you must do on the next day, and they can be personal or they can be professional, work-related. And on good days, you will do those 3 things. On really good days, you will do more because you've got more time, and so you can pick something else off the list. But the main thing is, in either case, when you get to the end of the day, you have a sense of achievement instead of that long to-do list, you know, causing you stress, etc. You have achieved what you set out to achieve and maybe a bit more. And so you don't end the day on a negative note looking at what you haven't done. You end the day on a positive note celebrating what you have done. On the days when you don't do the 3 things, then you will almost certainly know why. Something else of high priority has come up. So you don't get to the end of the day beating yourself up because you haven't done those 3 things. You just say, well, there were good reasons why I didn't do them. It wasn't just that I was procrastinating. I had a good reason to divert onto other things that were more important. There are all sorts of time management techniques out there. Go look them up. It's also recommended that for work-related things, your work environment is good. Often procrastinators are very bad at filing or tidying up their offices. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's not too bad at the moment. There are some drawers that need attention, though. So, yeah, you can't have clarity of mind if you haven't got a clear space. So make sure the environment is good. Make sure you've removed distractions. If you're likely to be alerted by your phone, either lighting up or dinging, then get it out of the room if you've got stuff that needs to do. And if there's anything else that's likely to distract you, try to remove it or be very aware of it. Make sure the place you work is comfortable, so that, you know, physical discomfort is not giving you an excuse. Oh, I have to get up. I'm really, really uncomfortable in this chair. Taking breaks is often recommended as well. So, you know, probably about every half an hour, just taking a quick break. Even if you just stop and take a few deep breaths, that will be of value to you. Okay. I hope this has helped. There's a lot more to say on the topic. It is a big topic. It's a topic that affects a lot of people, particularly some with particular disabilities like ADHD and associated things. And as I hope I've described, it can have a huge effect on your life and your enjoyment of your life and your satisfaction with your life. So, as always, if some of this is hitting home, then come talk to me and I will see if I can help you in any way possible. And as always, I hope you have a good week and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Meanwhile, take care of yourself. Bye.